This is a slam, slap, clap. Is that at all a useful clap?
Is it?
Not at all. Sync clap. Okay. Brickmaniacs. It's another. Oh gosh. Brickmaniacs. Welcome back to another sit rep. I'm Slam.
I'm Dan.
Yeah. And we are here today to talk about some new things.
Some new trucks. It's all about trucks.
It's Truck Week.
So, yes, it is truck. Sunday.
No, we've got a new plane.
Yeah.
And trucks.
We have Sky Truck. I don't know. I don't know if that Sopwith could actually hold much in the way of cargo.
Right? Like a mail sack, maybe. Take the machine guns off and you can carry some stuff.
Yeah. No ammo, no machine guns.
Right. It's canvas and wood. Like, how much can it carry? Like 2 guys and a machine gun. 2 machine guns and ammo. Okay, anyways, so it's the week before Labor Day.
It is.
So that means our Labor Day sale starts soon.
Yes, it's the week before Labor Day. We're going to start it so it goes today, which is, it's actually Friday. Thursday, but we'll start it. I mean, it's supposed to go Friday through Monday of Labor Day. Okay. But as soon as you see this sit rep, I'm going to say you can use it online. I'll make sure the coupon is
ready to go.
Yeah.
There's a code?
Yes, I don't know the code.
But they can see the code.
They can see the code, yes.
Okay.
That's the one, I did not look that up. So there will be a code, and it'll be the best code ever.
Okay. Yeah. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to be here.
Okay.
I'm going to be here. I was supposed to be going to Salt Lake for Brick Slopes.
Oh, which is an awesome convention.
It is. It's one of my favorites, and there is usually a Minneapolis contingent there, actually. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure this year is going to be the same. But I fortunately or unfortunately, I backed out. I did a last-minute cancellation. And I apologize to everybody, but there will not be a Brickmania booth at the Brick Slopes this year. The first one I missed in a few years. Nothing serious, nothing major, but I just, juggling what I have going on and what the team has going on, I decided I better stay home this week. We have some really cool releases coming up, and there's a lot of things that I've been not getting to because I've been on the road so much.
Right. So. It's been a busy summer.
Yeah, I added it up. It was something like I've been on the road something like 7 out of the last 10 weeks or something, or more than that. It was like 9 out of 13 or something. It's crazy, but I've hardly been at one place very long.
So you're taking this weekend off? No,
yes.
I'm kidding.
Dan does not take weekends off.
No, Dan is famous for working 7 days a week, every week.
I have not. I don't know when I've taken a weekend off. It was probably the weekend before the COVID shutdown, and I blame myself for that whole the whole world shutting down was because I took a weekend off.
Okay. Leave comments below about how much you appreciate Dan for causing that situation.
My last vacation, get home, and worked every day since.
Okay. So no.
I promise I won't stop.
If you happen to be at Brick Slopes, go ahead and pour one out for the Brickmania booth that is not there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hopefully somebody cool will take our booth. They, Cody and Nikki gave me a prime spot. Super appreciative, and I'm just, I want to again express my apologies for backing out at such a short notice. I hope this is a good show this year. I'm sure it will be, and I'm sad I'm not going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough about that. So it's a new release week. We have a couple of pre-orders dropping today. One truck, one non-truck.
Truck. Can you call a Rolls-Royce a truck?
Rolls-Royce has made all sorts of vehicles, but the fanciest of trucks.
Yes, the Phaeton of trucks, yes.
I imagine Rolls-Royce still makes armored limousines. Is that a thing they do?
I don't know. It's a little out of my league.
Yeah, not our wheelhouse. But back in 1918...
we were not greeted at the airport at Heathrow with a Rolls-Royce limousine. I'm afraid not.
That was not the way we... No. We took the train.
We did.
Like plebes. Okay.
Like normal people.
Like everyone does. It was very nice. But anyways, Andreas has designed a Rolls-Royce.
A Rolls-Royce. So we've done one ages ago, and this is a new update. It's not even an update. This is a completely new rebuild. Okay. This is not. There's no relation to our previous model. So, it's a different model, different scale. Mm-hmm. It's a cool little vehicle.
Yeah, we saw the real thing at the Tank Museum.
Yes.
Yep, that's based off of.
Yep.
And, oh, I'm sorry, let's just cut over to Andreas and he'll tell us more about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Listen to us.
Hey guys, it's Andreas here from the European Design Studio in Oslo, and today we are returning to World War One with the British armored car. We saw this one at Tank Fest and we realized that, hey, we just gotta make this one in dark green finally. I got a brand new design and I'm super excited to show you guys what we got. So let's take a closer look at it. So this is the British pattern 1914 armored car. So this is just the prototype. Make sure to take a look at the renders to see what this is actually going to look like. But this was a pretty revolutionary vehicle from the First World War, made by the British. So they were using tactics such as high speed and armor and mobility to prove themselves effective on the battlefield, except that these the battles on the Western Front during World War II, or World War One, sorry, was mostly trench battles, and this was not an effective vehicle to use in trench warfare. Because of the wheels, obviously, you need to track the vehicle to go through all of that mud and dirt. So that is why the tanks proved to be more effective on in trench battles, but this one proved to be very effective for patrolling airfields and as well as in late World War One in 1918 and such. They moved more into battles in the cities with paved roads, where these had high speed and proved to be quite effective. And we, as I mentioned, we saw this in at Tank Fest, but that one is a 1920 variant of the armored car. But we decided to make this from the mid to late World War One, because in the beginning of World War One, these were part of the Navy actually. Same with the tank regiments, but they later made some tank regiments that was part of the army and not part of the Navy. So this is a totally new design from scratch. Because we have made one before, but now there's so many parts that have come out since, and also this brand new color. Last time around, of course, dark green was a color, but it was very limited in its parts. It is still fairly limited, but now we can actually make a full vehicle in dark green. It looks nice and the price is right. So yeah, I think this just looks incredible. Just the color of this is beautiful. Really happy with how it turned out. It's super strong. You got all the functions that you would expect. You have the rolling wheels, the spare wheel in the middle here. You have a turret that rotates 360 degrees, and you can even fit a minifigure in the top there. So yeah, you can take him out. He has to sit in sideways because of the small hatch, but that is just how the real thing is. It's super small. You can close that up. Yeah, looks pretty good, and you do get one minifigure that is designed by Amanda, and you get a Webley revolver designed by Slam. And this gun on the top here will not be the German MG108 that I have here. I just didn't happen to have the correct machine gun on hand here. But take a look at the renders to see what that is going to look like. So yeah, this proved to be quite an effective vehicle on paved roads. So it actually fared more efficient in in Africa and in the Middle East, and it was also sent to Russia and used by Russians on the Eastern Front as well. So proved to be quite effective of a vehicle. And actually, the tactics that they were deploying in Africa happened to inspire what the LRDG is doing in World War II. So yeah, which is also an evolution into what modern special forces do today. So definitely a very influential vehicle, also in terms of its purpose. So in the front here, you do have the engine. So I actually made it so that you can kind of open the panels here. There's not really anything in here. You just have that feature of opening and closing these panels. That turned out pretty well. Also very happy with some of the techniques I used here to make all of these angles accurate, just like the real thing, using these new triangle pieces that haven't been available until fairly recent. And in the back here, you can put down the hitch there, and you do have a opening door in the back. The real thing actually has two doors that face in the middle. It is a very, very small space, so I could have built that, but it wouldn't look nice and it wouldn't really have any good functions. So this is just a compromise to have just the one door opening like so. There's not really anything you can see in here because it's just a frame to hold up the build. Just like the real thing, it's very crammed in there. There's not really room for any minifigures in there as it's built right now. But yeah, you do have room for one minifigure in the top there. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. A very exciting return to World War I once again. And yeah, back to the studio.
I learned a few things about this particular armored car. Is that it was originally assigned to the Navy.
Oh.
And because the Navy ran the Air Force. So it was the naval air forces that were running around in these armored trucks.
Who knew?
And then they got pulled into the heavy machine gun corps when the tanks started coming over, because the tanks were run by the heavy machine gun corps.
Oh, wow.
And then that became the tank corps.
You learned all this
armored tank corps.
by watching Andreas's video, right?
This is me looking at different logos on the sides of armored cars
wow.
and going, what the heck is this versus that versus the other thing? But these guys kind of got pushed between forces until the end of the war. And then they still served up through the 1930s. They're still
Yeah,
running
didn't they have
cars
these
around.
in like the Middle East? Doing
Yeah,
patrols?
absolutely.
Right up until World War II. Maybe even during World War II.
Definitely right up until. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were probably up against Rommel in the desert. Yeah.
Or,
You know, it's a Rolls-Royce. They run forever. Keep them in a nice rust-free location like the desert. Yeah.
I wouldn't
Good
know.
vehicle. Anyways.
never owned one.
Anyways, I'm a fan. So go ahead and pick one up today. Yeah.
All right. I'm hoping to.
Okay. The other vehicle coming out this week for pre-order is a Sopwith Camel. Another thing we haven't done in a good long
In
time.
ages, yes.
Yeah.
Since World War I, we haven't done one. So.
Whew.
It's been a long time.
Which is forever ago.
Yeah.
Yep. So also a great vehicle. This one's designed by Andrea.
Yes, and it's a great new model. It's completely, again, a completely scratch-built new rendition. Super impressed.
It looks great.
The color choice is spot on.
But we should cut over to Andrea and he'll tell us more about it.
Good. Looking forward to it.
Welcome back to the Italian design studio Brickmaniacs. Andrea here in a rainy day in Italy, first one we had in months. So today marks the return of one of the most iconic fighter of World War I. It's probably the most well-known plane after the infamous red triplane of the Red Baron, and it is its most fierce adversary, the British Sopwith Camel. Brand new design, reworked this from scratch. It's been a long time coming. We haven't had a Sopwith Camel in a long time. First one was dance version in early 2010s. Then Cody took a stab at it 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even more. And now my version, using the new parts available in dark green, I was able to recreate its iconic look in the most accurate way possible. So let's go take a closer look at the Sopwith Camel, the iconic British fighter of World War I. Alright, let's go take a closer look at the Sopwith Camel prototype. First thing I want to say, as always, unfortunately, I don't have all the parts in the correct color, so there might be some color switches from these to the actual product. Go take a look at the rendering on the web page to see this model in its full glory. As I said earlier, this is a complete rework of the Sopwith Camel. I started from scratch, from the blueprints, to build my rendition. The build was pretty straightforward, and it's very small plane, even compared to the Fokker DR1. It's a very simple constructions. The main source of headache was the bottom wing as a slight dihedral, as you can see, and it was not easy to come up with an innovative solution to attach the lower angled wing to the top wing, which is not angled. So I ended up using the same technique that previous Brickmania designers used. This time I've managed to add the iconic viewport on top of the wing, propeller spins, and I've made good use of this new cylindric 4x4 piece and added a Technic disc over which Slam has printed beautiful Sopwith Camel engine details. Another new feature of this nice little kit is the machine guns. So brick arms machine guns that we use often did not fit this design. As you can see, I focused when building the fuselage, I focused on the the build of the fuselage that goes over the machine gun in these areas. So I wanted to represent that kind of bump that incorporates both machine guns inside the fuselage, which was one of the main feature of the Sopwith. These helped with jammings due to the low temperatures, so it was a very welcomed feature. So we had to use this part, which is Lego candlesticks, which represent very well a air-cooled or liquid-cooled barrels of World War I machine guns, and Slam was so kind to perfect caliber those cylinders and make them look just as to Vickers machine guns. Take a look at the prototype for the fully printed machine guns. So as I said, lots of prints. We have roundels in the back, top of the wings, bottom of the wings. We have a Sopwith Camel dashboard inside the cockpit, as well as a control stick, which is not I often do on such small planes, but this time we had just enough space to fit both. I love adding the dashboard prints because it gives a lot of details. It adds a lot of details to the model itself. So as I said, 16 printed tiles and bricks total, sturdy constructions, propeller spins, perfect caliber, candle Vickers, and a very striking looking green aircraft. Must have in every World War I collection. If you have previous one, please take a picture with all of them together. I would love to see all of them, to see how Brickmania kits have progressed over time. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is the Sopwith Camel dropping on Thursday, just after the C-Trap airs in the early afternoon. Don't miss out, we are pre-ordering this and only making as many copies as are pre-ordered before Christmas. There won't be any restocks. Remember, full of printed parts, brand new scarf equipped British pilot, beautiful figure by Amanda, prints by Slam, and yes, the iconic Sopwith Camel. Get one before Christmas and you will be very happy. See you soon.
This has got some cool prints that I got to do. Brand new engine, like the radial engine.
Yeah, oh, that's cool. I saw that. I
Just-
noticed that
yeah.
yesterday for the first time. So
And we're printing on those candlesticks to turn them into the air-cooled machine gun barrels.
that's awesome. So
So exciting. And then there's a couple of odd pipes, exhaust pipes that stick out of the side. Printed those on the sides of the fuselage.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. Looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to the completed model.
Yeah.
So
So
definitely one worth getting. Keep in mind, these are we haven't done much World War I yet this year.
a little bit, but
This is for those paying attention, and World War I fans out there. Be prepared. There's going to be quite a bit more of this in the future.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, biplanes are always pretty popular. There's only so much armor from World War I on either side.
Right.
Yeah.
Vehicles and stuff. So, but we haven't really focused on World War I very intensely. I mean, we put out the occasional model. We have the Mark V. What else have we done lately? We did the Fokker. We did the Spad. But otherwise, we haven't done a whole heck of a lot of World War I. We had some classic series World War I cannons. I think there's a couple left in Holly's Hall that got returned from stores. Otherwise, I mean, World War I is pretty much something that's been neglected by our team for a while. So we're going to be working on like a whole series of World War I stuff coming out.
Cool. I mean, we've got a lot of classic torsos and stuff that are out and available. And
Right. If you want to build up your your World War I army, that's a great way to do it. Get the classic torsos. We also have sticker packs. We have a ton of sticker packs, and we're doing that thing in the second week of every month. So if you're thinking about building a World War I army, you can get 2-for-1s on your sticker packs.
It's always a good idea.
Yes.
Cool.
So,
All right. That's it for our pre-orders for the week. And what's on the table with us?
these are the kits that are dropping. So these were pre-orders. They weren't limited pre-orders. So you actually, if you didn't jump on the pre-order, you should be able to pick these up now and use the coupon.
Oh, excellent. Right.
Yeah.
Labor Day. Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that.
Labor Day coupon. The Labor Day coupon will not work for your Sopwith. It will not work for your your limited edition, limited release pre-orders. But these it will. These are ready to ship. They're good to go. And what do we have?
Two of my favorite. This is one of my favorite modern vehicles we've done. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is the LMTV.
The LMTV
Truck with canvas cover, designed by me. Comes with a great minifigure. He's coming back around, but just standard Army driver type guy, I believe.
Yeah, but look at that hat. That hat's new. That hat's never been available. That's the soft cover. It's like almost like what you're wearing.
I tend to wear a soft cover. Yeah.
Yeah, soft cover hat with the was OCP print. Is that what that is? I think that's
That sounds right.
the the current Army camouflage, Army, Air Force, whatever. So this is the unarmored cab version. You'll see this all over the place.
This is what we see driving through Wisconsin all the time.
Yeah, but they usually have the National Guard ones have the armored cabs.
They do.
You'll see some of these sometimes, but typically these are used by the Army in areas that aren't going to be potentially thrown into a foreign combat zone.
Okay, close at hand Army.
So an unarmored version, but yeah, the classic LMTV. This is the 4x4 version. They have a 6x as well, but that's a heavier duty. That's the like the 5-ton. This is the 2.5-ton.
Okay.
Or the smaller of the two. I'm not sure what the tonnage is.
Like one more axle, double the weight. That doesn't sound right, but sure. Yeah.
Maybe. It could be a 5-ton and a 7, but I think this is the 2.5. I don't know. You Army people can inform me. My knowledge of trucks sort of ends at the M35A2. So.
and mine didn't start. It started with the Rolls-Royce.
Right. So there's a gap.
There's a gap. But what's coming around again is the Gamma Goat.
Gamma Goat, which is amazing.
Yep. So the radioactive greatest of all time, 6x6.
It is,
right?
yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And articulated vehicle. This is a really funky thing they put out during the Vietnam War.
They learned lessons in the Vietnam War and said, "Hey, we need to upgrade our truck, our light truck fleet." And this is what they came up with. They spent lots of money on research and prototypes, and came out with this cool little vehicle.
It's semi amphibious, right?
Yes.
It can float a little bit. It doesn't have propellers or anything.
It can move on its own transport or its own wheels, propel it through the water.
Yep. And it's built to like climb anything, go through the jungle, just get tangled up. And,
It could do all sorts of cool stuff. The only problem was, I mean, I'll talk like in real life. The problem with this vehicle was hard to work on because of the articulation. So very complex design, which is not good for a military vehicle out in the field. So in a sense, overly complicated.
Lessons we've learned from World War II. The Sherman did not have that issue, or at least that's what we fought against the whole war. But yeah, the cool mid-engine vehicle that
it solved a lot of problems, but became its own. Came with its own set of problems. So it was kind of short-lived. It was like 70s and 80s, and that was about it. They were pretty much taken out of service.
Last time we saw them was in the 80s in Nicaragua or
maybe Grenada or something.
Yeah, Grenada. But if you happen to live on a farm, definitely pick up one of these. Where you can find an old surplus one kicking around.
I'm sure
you have so much fun.
I'm sure these saw lots of service in NATO countries and South Korea, things like that, places like that. I've never seen one in real life except I think in a museum.
Okay. Like I imagine there's a few out there still running, but very cool.
Yeah. So Gamma Goat, there's lots of cool printing. There's subtle prints on these things. We have prints on the cab, prints on the taillights. The Gamma Goat has prints on the windshield, actually.
Yep. To complete the framer on the window.
Cool little headlights. And then this side print I really like.
Yeah, the side reflectors that's a really solid print.
Now we're going to have to do that all of our vehicles.
I mean, I'm always up for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's some gloss on that too, which is why it looks so great.
Well, we're flexing our printers to the max. This one, the LMTV has printing down the side of the bed. So I'm going to warn you, putting this cover on is a bit of a challenge.
You're going to want a brick separator to get that first stud connection. Like hold a brick separator in to press against.
I actually put the ribs.
Unless you have fingers that are an extra inch longer.
I put the cover on the ribs and then attached the whole thing as a single unit. That would seem to be the way that worked. So.
Okay. As long as you reinforce from the inside, it should be all right.
Right. But yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So that's it for what we have shipping for new releases. Turn that off. Oh, you know what we forgot? The Perfect Caliber Brick Arms M4 TAC.
With the black finisher.
And was that like a kit exclusive or a figure exclusive before?
I don't remember who it came with, but most likely it came specifically with a figure of some kind.
Because it's not a new piece. It's an old piece that I think we had people requested. And we do listen to your requests, and when we hit a certain tipping point, like, okay, we'll find a place to put it on the schedule. And sometimes, I mean, it could have been on the schedule like 6 months ago, a year ago.
I mean, there's probably a lot of Perfect Calibers we've lost inside kits. Like we designed it, put it in a kit, and then forget to restock it individually. But
And sometimes they just don't get around. We'll never get around to it. So they'll end up in mystery packs.
right. So, but yeah, the M4 TAC with black furniture is available standalone.
Right.
So get them while they last. We'll try to keep them in stock.
Yeah, when we launch a new Perfect Caliber, we seem to make enough to last a little while, except the M2HB. Sorry, that thing sold out like in seconds.
It's cool.
The AT4. AT4 lasted all of 10 minutes online.
It's cool. The AT4 is freaking awesome. That's a great Perfect Caliber. We don't do that often at all.
It is, and it's a totally homegrown piece. So we'll make more, guys. I know some people are upset that they missed it. We will make more. We'll get those up in the queue as soon as possible. Okay. Both the AT4 and the M2HB. So. Who knew?
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew things would be popular?
Yeah.
Not everything's popular. The Char B1 BIS.
Yes. We're talking Monday pre-order launches. So you got Monday to Monday. So you can't use the sale coupons. These are limited restocks. We're only going to make as many as are ordered. Sorry, you're going to have to pay full price. That's just the way it is.
And limited, so you have a very small window to
We're only making however many are ordered. The same is going to be with that motorcycle and sidecar. These might be last batches of these things. So,
the German motorcycle sidecar is a great kit.
yes, but of course, we can't keep everything in production forever. For every time we introduce something new, something's got to go.
Right.
We can't have 200 different kits in production. We're not that good. So.
Good. Not that good.
We're good, but we're not that good.
All right. Also on Monday.
Shipping. These are things ready to go out the door.
And showing up on the website
Yes,
the Panzer 38T version E and F.
Yes.
The Caracal,
Caracal, yeah.
Caracal, 4x4 with German Special Forces.
Yep.
It's great to see that pack. The Stug 3 Aufs G.
It sold out within the first week or two of pre-ordering. There will be copies going to stores.
Okay.
So if the stores didn't have them already, they would have ordered them, and you should be seeing them soon.
Okay. So very, very limited chance to get this copy.
Yes.
In stores.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to intercept at a store. Call your local store, see if they have them coming, or they have them on the shelf, and maybe they'll be nice and hold it for you until you get there. But don't expect them to hold it for more than a couple of days, guys.
Right. Because somebody else wants that. The very fancy Dastardly Fellows.
Yes, part 2.
Part 2 in the dress wear.
Yes, it is the formal wear. Formal wear edition.
Those guys are great.
Paul Revere is coming back.
Yeah.
That's what they were complaining about printing in the I heard some complaints at how difficult it is to print on the UV print on the horse pieces. So.
Well, lucky for them, we also had they didn't have to print the other 2 horses. Did they?
The German cavalry lancer?
And the French cavalry.
It explains a lot.
They were printing horses all week.
Yes. So apparently the horse pieces are very difficult to print, and it is not a very popular task with the UV printers.
That means Patrick gets to do it.
Or Patrick.
Sorry, bud. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So Paul Revere, French Cavalry Lancer, and the German
German-
Cavalry, all in 1 week.
It's Horse Week.
Oh my God!
It's truck and horse.
Truck and horse week. Wow.
And then to go with Paul Revere, you've got the red coats. The red coats are also coming.
With perfect caliber brick arms, flintlock musket. So we dodged a flintlock bullet. We dodged a round ball or whatever the heck they what is that, mini ball? I think that's Civil War. We dodged a musket ball because just in the nick of time, brick arms restocked their muskets.
Will ran out, huh? And
So well, maybe it was. I know he ran out of something, but maybe it was the Civil War muskets. I'm confused. We have so much stuff going into production right now.
okay. But they're out.
But the
Okay,
red
so-
coats with the perfect caliber muskets, they are available, and you can get them now. So
Excellent.
that must mean Revolutionary War Americans must be coming soon. So.
I mean,
Not just Paul
'cause,
Revere.
First, Paul Revere rides and
Hey, the
mourns,
red
so
co- the
red
British
coats
are coming.
So then the red coats come, and then we have to establish an army. So
That's a
we need
militia, first a
yeah,
militia, then an army. A well-regulated militia.
famously.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else going on this week?
There's all kinds of stuff going on.
I want to ask you where you're going next, but I think you're done traveling.
No, I'm not done traveling.
Oh, no.
In 3 weeks. Not this weekend, not the next weekend, but the weekend after. I'm planning on being at BrickCon. I hope to not have to ditch that one. I think I will have some time to catch up on everything I need to do. I do have family out there on the West Coast, so that's like missing that would be missing out on my family. So definitely want to get out there. Definitely want to get out to that's Bellevue, Washington. It's its first full weekend of September or something like that. So not Labor Day weekend, but the weekend after.
Coming up quick.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it then.
Yeah.
All right.
So until next week.
Until next time.
Yeah.
See you.
See you online.